Alright, sorry about that, guys. Ladies and gents, I don't know what happened on the previous video. All of a sudden, sound just stopped being produced on the previous video because I don't know why. Because everything plays nicely up until I switch over to Trading View, which is on the web browser. So I don't know what's causing the sound not to come off. And you can see I'm trying to point out this high and that high and this high as being relatively close. Price is most likely to continue bullish above those highs, or maybe come close to this high, but that's a little bit overzealous if it can push up to this level here. So maybe over the next few weeks it can push up to this high. I don't know, but for the next candle week, I would like to see at least above this high or these two highs. Price can close there or can just punch into them and then maybe just close a little bit lower. I don't really care if it does that or not. And there's also another possibility because of we have an inefficiency down here. This is what ICT calls a volume imbalance. He can correct me if maybe I have misquoted that, or his other ICC students can also correct me if maybe I got it wrong there. But most likely it's a volume imbalance if I remember correctly. So there's two possible scenarios that I see. It's either the next week's candle is an inside trading candle, meaning that price can be within this high and this low. So it can be trading, the trading range can be within this candle, which is previous week's range, or it can trade above this high, which is will align with my bias or assumption that it should continue, or I'm assuming it's going to continue bullish above this high. And if it can be a little bit too strong, maybe above these highs as well. But I'm not sure about reaching up to this high next week. Maybe for this week, let's just say bullish, but focusing on this high only, or these two highs here. However, if it can turn out to be bearish, I would like to see it come and trade down into this volume imbalance here. That's my analysis. So, but for Nasdaq this week, I'm so bullish. And just let me throw this in quickly. I'm not in any way affiliated with capital.com, so I'm just using capital.com as my analysis tool, basically. You see, yeah, since I cannot I can't use the symbols down here. As you see, they require payments and a subscription, which I don't have. So that is why I ended up I'm using capital.com, which is closer to these symbols, to these future prices. If I check completely, let me see, where is Nasdaq here? Nasdaq. You wanna tell me there's no Nasdaq symbol here? Anyway, fine. That was not the point of the video. Alright, so we are bullish next week. I'm bullish next week. You see, the kids were making noise, so I had to pause so that they do not crowd me with their voices. So yeah, nice and short and simple and straight to the point. For Nasdaq, I'm still bullish above this high, and if it can be a little bit strong, above these two highs as well. So if it turns out that we are bearish or Nasdaq becomes bearish, I'm expecting a trade down into this bearish, this volume imbalance here. But overall, I'm still bullish for Nasdaq. Alright, so let's head over to USDT. Let's see what USDT has in store for us. Alright, USDT, I expect price to continue bullish above this high, and this high here. So my assumption is we're still bullish as well, and until further notice, until it gives us evidence that it wants to go the opposite direction. We still bullish. I'm still bullish. My assumption is my bias is still bullish, and this is not to recommend to you that you should buy or sell. Let me throw that in that quickly again, because of this is now a separate video. And yeah, so I'm not saying that you should go in there and now just buy. Do your own analysis and then make up your own decision, and then you engage in a trade whenever you feel it's safe to do so for yourself, and not based on what I am analyzing or on my assumption as to how it will play out next week. So yeah, so for both Nasdaq and USDT, I'm still bullish until further notice. And thanks for watching both videos. If you made it this far, much appreciated for your time and effort. And I shall see you next weekend between Saturday and Sunday, when we come back and check if everything played out as expected or